What's up? Good people, what's up? Let's get to this real quick. It's election time. That's season. Everybody's all spiritedly fired up for the election, right? Let's take a big look at this whole entire situation. Because it must be said, though it hurts to say. Kamala Harris, or Kamala, as I call her, has been in this conundrum for a while. And the conundrum she's in is there's a major problem. Absolutely. The major problem that she's faced with is that she's caught in what we call a catch-22. She's already there. Now, don't get mad at me when I just point out what she actually said and did, because it wasn't me who did it, it was her. When blacks want to know what are the issues that you're facing with that we could deal with, your idea is to actually entertain us with satire instead of talk to us as if we have issues that we need to address. For instance, she actually said this. This isn't Photoshop. This ain't blah, blah, blah. This is what the woman actually said out of her mouth. Listen to it.
I can't say it.
They asked her what was her
Look, bro, I'm gonna tell you something.
favorite curse word.
What's your favorite curse word?
I can't say it. It starts with an M and it ends with a. Not ER.
What's your favorite curse word?
I can't say it. It starts with an M and it ends with a.
She looks over at her aide, her black aide that she got, who's basically teaching her how to be black, and she's laughing. She's looking right at her black aide right there. That's with her, and she's laughing.
Not ER.
So she's like, not ER, like she's trying to be as, this is supposed to denigrate her and with the blacks, like she's on point now. She's one of us. She said, not ER. She said, right, so she black. Wow, really? And look at it, she looking in the sky. And not ER. So we gonna say a word and you gonna change the spelling of it. And it's not in the English language. And you're supposed to be president of the United States because you don't use the proper spelling of a word with ER because you put that AH at the end of it, right? So I guess you hip hop now, right? Okay. Yeah, she's got my vote. Well, yeah, we definitely got to vote for her now. She said her favorite word is MF, but that's my word too. Yeah, I vote for her. Go, girl. Shoot, I vote for that mother right now. That's what I said, ain't it? I called you that, John. I called you that how many times a day? I don't know. I don't even care. I'm about to call you one in a minute if you don't cook this mother and check it. And get out there and get that on that grill. I'm in here making all the sides. Okay, I'm gonna get out there, baby. I'm going there. And then move your mother out there. Shoot. I'm with my girl Kamala. She got it right. Oh my goodness. Now, what we want to know, right? There's all these key issues that are going on. Because if you look at her policy record, a lot of it is bad. But now she's positioned herself in the abortion rights. She kicked off the fight for reproductive freedom. That was her start of the year campaign, going across the country, the White House. And she was emphasizing, we got to have the importance to protect our right to abortions. Now, do I agree with abortion? No. I mean, I don't agree a woman should do it ever, but if certain circumstances might apply, I don't want to take away their liberties. So my thing is, I don't want to take away a woman's right to be able to do so if they want. Guns kill, but I don't want them to take away our guns. You have the right to act the way you want, and then you will be dealt with as such. But it's a whole different environment. For instance, we look at key things here. See, if Donald Trump was to win, he's gonna have to sell out working families. That's what she said. He's going to have to sell out working families. He will continue to attack the reproductive freedom. See, you can't say abortion. So the word is reproductive freedom. You have to listen to how they talk. This is one of the keys that they're going to use against Donald Trump, of his lack of diplomatic communication. Words like civil unrest. They use these kind of words to get away from saying things that trigger people. People are uncomfortable when words are said in a certain format, and it's a lighter blow, but the same damn meaning. Right, double talk. It's the same thing, but it's the same word. It's just you could digest it better. Reproductive freedom. Sounds better than abortion. What? She said the right attack. She's supporting abortion. She wants to kill our babies. So he will continue to attack reproductive freedom, and he will continue to undermine democracy. At a campaign stop in North Carolina, she said, the question we are faced with is, what kind of country do we want to live in? Do we want to live in a country of freedom and compassion and the rule of law, or a country of fear, chaos, and hate? That's what it's about. So, J.D. Vance, who's the running for vice president with Trump, and he was supporting a nationwide abortion ban, right? And that was his known claim to fame. So 3, of the U.S. Supreme Court justices who overturned Roe and Wade in 2022, he and his allies have tried to distance themselves from that anti-abortion stance, which has cost them at the ballot box. Now, reporting that he's underscored that the restrictions of the right to abortion would, affect Black women, that a lot of them will lose a third of abortion votes. So this is a key target area, and minority communities have more of the abortions. So those are voters. So if there's a debate, she wants that to be hammered home, because that's going to affect basically the poll numbers because they're losing a third of those votes, even with J.D. Vance's stance, which he's kind of lightened up since he's been with Trump. Now, oh man, in 2021, what did she do? She had that federal maternal health day thing at the White House, and that was supposed to increase like health outcomes for parents and infants. And then when she was senator, she was co-sponsoring legislation that would ban specific restrictions on the state level and all that, so doctors could perform certain tests and obtain hospital admissions and things of that nature. Then her track record on criminal justice reform is a bit more mixed. You know, she had remember that Texas shooting in 2022 in Buffalo. We had like one in Texas and one in Buffalo, New York. And then they put the Bipartisan Safe Community Act together. See, that's what people don't notice is that when these things happen, even though it was 2 years ago, laws follow them, or these acts, and it seems to be the determining factors of these acts. So there's a Bipartisan Safer Community Act that they put in place, and it was supposed to be a piece of gun control legislations in three decades, you know, like closing the boyfriend loophole. The U.S. Department of Justice got more aggressive at targeting armed traffickings and all that, supposedly, right? Then the administration had yet to sign the George Floyd Justice Policy Act, which continues to be in the U.S. Senate, where Democrats have only, you know, basically a thin majority yet. But have you noticed they always use George Floyd, but yet the George Floyd Justice Policy Act hasn't been in place and hasn't been enforced. But they keep saying we got that in motion, and it's just sitting there. So unless you know what they really care about, they don't give a damn about George Floyd himself using his name, right? Well, damn. So anyway, her career as one of the top cops in the industry, as they would say. She's the Attorney General of California, the District of San Francisco, before she joined the Senate. And while she was there, you know, people remember her as just being there, you know? Well, her work in the California district led to mass incarcerations of low income people of color. And pointing to her creation of reentry, she was back on track. When she ran for Senate in 2017, damn, she lost her own state. Damn. Oh my God, it's crazy. But now that Biden had bowed out of the race, you know, she has the opportunity to stand on criminal justice reform. But they didn't feel she was capable enough to run on her own because they would have told Joe to back down at the beginning of the year where they thought they can squeeze this past Joe, knowing they've been carrying this guy along, but he can't do a whole campaign. It's mentally draining. You're going to need sleep and everything. You saw Hillary Clinton pass out when she was running. You know, it's just too much. And then she got another vice president that looked like he's another. My goodness, can they get anybody with a pulse or at least some hair? Well, she also campaigned the student debt relief program that would, you know, help Black borrowers. In fact, that she was the face of the administration and decided in 2022 to cancel all remaining student loan debts and all that. Remember that student loan debt. That's so important to us. Oh, yeah. She wants to be the first Democratic leader to rally behind her. That doggone Republican uh what's that US rep from Massachusetts? Yana. Why? Because Biden is from Massachusetts, Maine, all those areas, those Biden territories. They're gonna be the first one to get involved and throw their support around her. Well, you can get past all the sound bites, and then you got stuff like this.
What's your favorite curse word?
I can't say it. It starts with an M and it ends with not ER.
So we want a ghetto queen in the White House, is what they're telling us. That's what you guys want. We're trying to give you black something that you need, a ghetto queen. Yep, Ayanna Presley. So of course they want Ayanna Presley in there to do what she's doing, which is basically nothing. Planted in there. So this is a black woman who can have access to almost $100 million campaign war chest and has a nationwide based operation. Can you believe black men raised $1 million at an event where there's 40,000 people there? Black women put 1.7 million for her campaign. Do you know what you could do for your neighborhood if y'all could pool together your money like that? If you could pool together your money for that, well, you could pool together your money to get a business, a corporation. You could have bought a McDonald's. But you could pool your money together for Kamala Harris, but you can't pool your money together to improve your neighborhoods and make businesses and form things in your neighborhood that you need, like make it a real community. No, we're gonna have the Indian Asians come over and do it, and then we're gonna have the Chinese come over and do it. We got the Koreans come over and do it. The Mexicans come over and do it. Meanwhile, you got nothing, but you can come work at some of these stores. Oh, they're gonna put the card. They're gonna play race, sexism, everything. If you don't vote for her, you're sexist. If you're black, you're sexist. If you're white, you're racist and sexist. You don't want a first black woman president. Well, we're not gonna have one anyway. If she do get elected, she'll be called that, but she's not really one. Oh, I remember Lyndon Johnson. He ended up stepping down when they had the open Democratic ticket that time. And the Democratic convention, they have to be throwing their support around Kamala Harris right away because they can't go into the Democratic convention without a candidate. They did that with Johnson, and then I forgot who decided to run against Nixon. Oh, because when Lyndon Johnson didn't run, he said, I'm not Humphreys or something like that. He had like a superhero name, and I knew it was over. I'm like, oh, well, he ain't gonna be Nixon. That's over. This is the Distinguished Gentleman movie in real life. The Distinguished Gentleman just told you the truth. Nothing gets done. All the thing is, all the money is being transferred, and at the end of the day, nothing gets done. Just call him Dick. What, plain Dick, regular Dick? Just Dick. Dick Dodge. Exactly what they doing here. Ain't enough Area 51 experiments to keep Joe from running again. Pretty much. Pretty much. So they got to be careful with how they tread and what they're treading with. They know 90% of the things that they do Mm-hmm. Well, when you have a lot going on and there's different wavelengths for everything, and you want to actually get to you want to get to the nitty gritty, in other words. So with Kamala, this is expected for her to be on this playing field. But, like I said before, it's all about who you like and who you want to vote for. But if you're gonna need this for you to vote for her,
What's your favorite curse word?
I can't say it. It starts with an M and it ends with a. Not ER.
if you need that to get you to vote for her, shit like that will make me say I am not voting for her. I'm not anyway. I know better. But no. Wow, I'm voting for her. Hands up. If you are, God bless you. Hell, you might can grab one of her boobs. For some votes. You're like, hey, the vice president give you a hand job. She needs the votes. She's only 3 votes away. She's giving out hand jobs right now for a vote. Hand job for a vote. They not above it. Dr. Cornel West is getting my vote. Hell, he might get mine. I gotta look and see what they're talking about for anybody to get me to go out to the polls to do anything. So, oh, absolutely. 100%. Ski-wee. Yeah, skeezer. Man, that about fit. Let me stop because I think you too. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Ticket TV, Dreamers Pro. Everybody. People like, don't shout me out on this. Armando Black TV. Welcome to HDI TV. Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, and we out. I don't know now. The Zetas, they gotta get some new recruits.